YouTube, the Pokemon Enigmatic Skyfire is back with another Pokemon 5th generation Wi-Fi battle video. Now, I'm just coming back from doing a big mission in New Super Mario Bros. 2. I'm pretty happy that I accomplished getting max coins and max score in the game and 100%. So I figured I'm done with New Super Mario Bros. 2. It's time for me to get back into Pokemon. And as you know, what a way to come back. Ubers. Now, this battle is against Typhlosion from the Pokemon Wi-Fi room on Zap.com, and I am playing White 2. Now, I saw a Forretress, and that made me think, is this the same Forretress that I'm going to be seeing with Stealth Rocks and Spikes, or is it Toxic Spikes, something like that? I would know. To be honest, I really didn't matter too much about playing it, and you'll see why. I'm going to start off with my Telegraph, that's my Mewtwo, and he's going to start off with Forretress. Of course, most start with their Stealth Rocks, of course. It's kind of obvious. If you have a defensive Pokemon like Forretress or something like that, you're obviously going to start with some type of entry hazards. And in this case, Toxic Spikes would be the obvious choice. So I decided to see if Aura Sphere is going to at least take it down to less than half. It did, but not as half of I expected. He is going to go for these Stealth Rocks, which I figured. So I wondered, maybe this should be the way to KO the Forretress. So I am going to go for the Aura Sphere. You're right. All that work, and I only take it down half HP. It's speed of half HP, that's how much down I go with that. So I figured there's only 3 things this thing can do. Either it has Explosion, or it's going to do another layer of Toxic Spikes. And I suppose that the best way for this one was to switch out, because either way it goes, I was going to predict that it was going to do anything different anyway. So I figured I was going to go ahead and go for the safe play of the Calm Mind. Now, with Giratina out there, I had Shadow Ball waiting for it. So, Shadow Ball is going to take a good lot from a +1 Mewtwo, taking it down to about 65 to 70%. It goes for Will-O-Wisp, it misses, so I kind of figured either way that Will-O-Wisp was probably not a good idea, maybe just for residual damage. So he's going to switch out, bring in G-Tech, and that's a bad idea too, because even if I do Shadow Ball, I'm going to do half damage anyway, no matter how much, no matter what it's going to bring in. So I figured that the +2 Shadow Ball is going to take somewhere around 30%. It took about 45%. And then when I calculate the damage, I figured that Aura Sphere is going to take at least 65%. So I figured the Aura Sphere is going to KO G-Set, and so there's one Pokemon gone by Mewtwo after all this switching. So he brings in Jirachi. I figured, why not Aura Sphere? So I did that. And I've also noticed that a lot of these Pokemon are a lot of defensive, I guess. But then of course it's Ubers. And even funnier, this Jirachi goes for U-turn, and it does a little less than nothing, being it super effective. And with that, he's going to bring in Kyogre. Now, I already know it, that Kyogre being #1 play in the Uber tier, there's only one thing this thing can go, and that's for Thunder. And the Thunder will hit, and it's obviously going to KO Mewtwo, because I only had under 100 HP. So, obviously, I already knew that Kyogre was Scarf, so I am going to see that it is going to be a very important switch as I bring in Jefferson, which is my Thunderous. He's going to switch out, bring in Forretress. I'm going to easily go for the Nasty Plot because I predicted that a switch was going to be in play. So, the only other reason I had for this was because I figured for a moment that he has to do something. So, I'm going to go for a Nasty Plot yet again. And it goes for Pain Split. This is the funny part. My HP actually goes up 4. Now, what I could have did, I could have went and used another nasty plot, but I figured the switch and +4 would probably do enough to take at least half damage from everybody, because I'm at +4, I'm using Stab Thunderbolt, and even on Giratina, that 30% of Giratina is pretty much gone. So that must have been the death spot of Giratina. Well, he is going to bring back in Forretress, and if he's expecting Pain Split on a specially defensive Forretress, I'm afraid that not, because again, it's +4, stabbed, and high special attack, bye-bye Forretress. So, Kyogre comes in, and I knew that Kyogre gonna go for the Ice Beam now since it's being scarfed, but I'm ready for that, because I have a Yachi Berry. The only two moves that would have worked against Jefferson is either Ice or Rock. Too bad not many Ubers have Rock, so Ice Beam was obvious for Kyogre. I'm going to use a Thunderbolt. +4. Stabbed and super effective. That's a one-hit KO on the Kyogre. Nope. So, who's next? Jirachi. Now, again, I'm taking at least half damage on everything, so what did Jefferson do? A +4 stab Thunderbolt is obviously going to take more than 60% on that Jirachi, and that's why that Jirachi is gone. So this looks like to be a good old sweep for good old Jefferson. Ho-Oh comes in, and even with the high special defense that Ho-Oh has, it's not going to take a +4 stab super effective Thunderbolt from a very high special attack Thundurus. Note the point exactly. That's a one-hit KO on Ho-Oh, and that is going to be a good game to Typhlosion. So all the shuffling that he did from trying to keep Forretress alive and trying to use Pain Split, that didn't work. Also, bringing in Kyogre with Thunder at the start, that already gave me the fact that Thundurus was going to come in, and I had a pretty much a perfect chance for me to use that to my advantage, hence all the nasty plots I did and just swept the rest of the team. But anyway, it was a good attempt at the start, so I was really happy that Thundurus did get a chance to get into a battle, which I usually don't use that too much, but I decided to try it for this time anyway. Well, thank you all for watching. You can rate, comment, subscribe, and give it a like if you like it. This is the Pokemon Man Skyfire saying have a nice day, and I hope to bring you for another battle next time.